Shalom Yasharala. All praises and glory goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, salutations unto the elect men feeding the sheep of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, in sincerity and truth of this great gospel. We're going to get into the scripture right quick. Isaiah 31 and 1, and it reads, Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. Egypt is America. When you read the Bible, Egypt is America, the spiritual Egypt, right? Because there's nobody going to fucking old African Egypt for no help. You might go over there and look at some dusty ass pyramids and some beat up statues and get burnt, get a nice tan. That's it. That's the only thing you're gonna go over there for, right? There's nothing. Egypt been destroyed ever since the motherfucking Idumeans went into Egypt, right? Egypt been destroyed since Moses left out of Egypt and the children of Israel, which we are descendants of the children of Israel, since our people left out of Egypt. Egypt ain't been shit. And you got these Kemetic ass niggas on this Egyptian spirit, right? They ain't going back to no motherfucking Egypt for no help, right? They right here in America looking for help. This is the spiritual Egypt, like it tells you in the book of Revelations. Spiritual Sodom, spiritual Egypt, right? It mixes because there's a sweet sugar cane broke back mountaineer spirit here in Babylon the Great, right? From the grown men to the motherfucking kids. And it's spreading like a bad plague, right? I'm reading, it says, Isaiah 31 and 1, Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. Yeah, they thinking America's strong, right? These people, you got the migrants still coming here to Babylon the Great, right? Who's come? Where they ain't fucking hopping on no boat, on no Africa, going to Egypt, Mizraim for no motherfucking help. Nope, they right here coming to America. They traveling from South America, Central America to come to the Americas, right? You got people coming from overseas, from India, from China, from Russia, right? This is that melting pot, right? This is that place of the mixed multitude of people. Not the mixed multitude, because that mixed multitude goes into the Israelites in the book of Revelation. But this is the place of the, how can we say, a melting pot. Let's put it that way. Yeah. All these nations come here, what they seeking after the same thing, right? What wealth? They're seeking after wealth. They didn't come here to make friends. They didn't come here to stay forever. A lot of these people come to this country, they make their wealth and they send it back home, they move back home. So what's about to happen to this country? This spiritual Egypt, this spiritual Sodom, right? It's going to get this destruction. I'm going to keep reading. It says, Yet he also is wise and will bring evil and will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of the evildoers and against the help of them that work in iniquity. So guess what? The Lord's about to do his thing. The Lord's about to do his thing against what? The evildoers and against the house that works iniquity, right? And it says, Now the Egyptians are men and not God, and their horses are flesh and not spirit. When the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that hoping shall fall down, and they shall fall, and they shall fail together. They shall fail together, man. Just like this picture tells you, the U.S. has no plan for SHTF, for when shit hits the fan, right? Because that's what's coming. Shit is about to hit the fan here in Babylon the Great. Shit is about to hit the fan here in Babylon the Great. And there's not going to be no help. It's not going to be no help, because the only help that's coming is for them to set back order in their society, right? For them to set back order in their society, for them to regain order in their society. Because we already know once the infrastructure collapses, which is about to collapse very soon due to what? World wars. What else you got? The logistics, the way things operate in this society, the movements of containment, the movement of trains, the movement of trucks delivering goods and commodities and different things. And guess what? It's going to mean nothing very soon. Why? Because just like hey, everything's pointing to what? Conflict. Everything pointing towards conflict, right? Because we already understand that this man was not set up to what? Rule forever. This man was not set up to rule forever. So when shit hits the fan, what people are gonna fucking panic. They're gonna lose their minds. Right? They're gonna lose their minds. That's why it says now the Egyptian are men and not God, and their horses flesh and not spirit. When the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they shall fail together, and they shall fail together. And you hoping that you hoping for the help. You looking for security, right? You looking for assistance from your government, right? You looking them for the restore order, right? They're rioting in the streets. They're burning down the stores. What are we gonna do? We need martial law. We need this. Guess what? When that comes, that's when you get fucked up, because that solution is not the solution, right? Martial law is not the solution, right? Martial law. What they talking about? They talking about just setting back the government back in its rightful position. What is it called? Let me get that. In their minds, they're thinking about what the reestablishment of order, right? Making sure that the police is back in their order, right? The military is in order. First off, starting with the operating government, right? The president, the vice president, get them to safety, right? These different things. They ain't thinking about you fucking people, and you know they ain't thinking about you niggas in the motherfucking projects, right? You minimum wage motherfuckers, you low income motherfuckers, you poverty motherfuckers, you government assistant waiting for motherfuckers, you food stamp section 8 motherfuckers, right? Man, they ain't thinking about you motherfuckers. They gonna block you motherfuckers off from the other people, which is the Edomites who got money around you, right? So all you niggas gotta do, drive around your broke ass neighborhoods, these broke ass neighborhoods we living in, and then go outside of them what you got Edomites, right? Man, that's who they gonna protect. That's who they gonna protect. I'm gonna read the book of Second Esdras. And it's clearly why they took out the Apocrypha out of the Bible, because the Apocrypha is speaking about the times we're in right now. The Apocrypha identify these Edomites and their history, right? So I'm gonna read 2 Esdras 15, and let's start at 12. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundations of it shall be smit with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting of hail and with fearful constellations. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. One people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. A man, that's when all hell break loose, right? When all fucking hell break loose. I'm reading it again. 2 Esdras 15 and 17. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Yeah, men gonna be afraid. It's gonna be hard to travel in them days, right? Because it's gonna be chaos. It's gonna be buildings on fire, right? It's gonna be police checks. Right now, you can't go through it. They ain't gonna let you niggas go in them white neighborhoods. Work, sir, you gotta turn around, sir. Sir, I don't know, you can't go this way, sir. Them bridges are gonna be brought up like they did in Chicago, right? Is trying to keep them South Side and West Side boys away from the white boys downtown, right? Because what was they coming for? They was coming for their goods when they thought it was over. During the C-19, man, what motherfuckers was panicking, the time of trouble, what you got going on in France, right? They flipping cars over, burning cars. What you got going on in the Middle East, right? Same thing, revolts, right? Men are rising up against the government. Hey, the Bible said it is. Let me get this verse right here. Get this verse. Because you thinking Babylon the Great got a solution. There's no solution. I'm gonna go to the book of. This is the book of Isaiah. I'm gonna read Isaiah 19, and let's start at 1. And it reads, "The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptians. What the Lord about to do? And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Right? It's going to be a motherfucking civil war here in America. It's going to be a war, rich versus poor. It's going to be a war within even your own households. In your own households, right? You got different, right? You got a divided house. One person might be a Muslim in that house. One person's a Christian. One person's an atheist. One person's a Republican. One person's a Democrat. Right? One person don't give a fuck. And guess what? You might be in that household. The Lord gonna deliver you because what we calling on Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. We're not putting no trust in Egypt. We're not waiting for the government, when all hell to break loose, for the government to come and restore back order. Because we already know through the words of this Bible, there's not gonna be no order. There's not gonna be no order. There's not gonna be a new world order. This place is about to go out of order, right? It reads, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. They shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsels thereof. And they shall seek into the idols, into the charmers, into them that have familiar spirits, into wizards, right? Hey, ain't gonna be no fucking help, right? Ain't gonna be no solution, right? There's not enough money to fix this problem. Right? There's going to be one problem after another for Babylon the Great. Right? You looking to fix the schools, guess what? You need to fix the roads. You looking to fix the roads, guess what? The dollar about to collapse. Guess what? While the dollar collapsing, it's an invasion of Russia, China. Pretty soon it's going to be what? Nuclear destruction. Shalom.